Why are relationships more likely to fail in this generation more than ever? Well, I'm here to answer that question for you. One thing that we've been doing recently has kind of been going on relationship rants a little bit, just because it's the first video I ever made and I always wanted to kind of tap back into it and give you guys more things that I've learned on it kind of just as I've been moving on and, as I progress through my hardships and my struggles, you know what I mean? So why are relationships more likely to fail in this generation specifically more than ever? Number one, too many options equals less commitment. Dating apps didn't just give us more choice. They made us have the illusion that there are unlimited choices. When you believe someone better is always one swipe away, small problems feel like deal breakers, boredom feels like incompatibility, commitment feels risky instead of grounding as it should be. Previous generations always chose based on who was around, you know what I mean? In this generation, it's more of who is theoretically out there. Who can we possibly find that is just, way better than anything you could have around you? Number two, we're optimized for individualism, not partnership. And here's one thing that I typically find a problem with self-improvement. A lot of people who make the content, and could even be myself sometimes, right? But self-improvement culture kind of just teaches us to protect ourselves, only worry about ourselves, and if someone's not doing something that we like, to just bounce. Basically, cut off anything that doesn't serve you, right? And that's great for boundaries, but it's absolutely terrible for long-term relationships, which require compromise, discomfort, and staying when it's inconvenient, you know what I mean? We are better at self-focus than shared responsibility. Number three, we expect one person to be everything. In the past, our needs were spread out. Family, friends, even our community. Now we expect one partner to be our best friend, our therapist, our motivator, emotional regulator, co-parent, and a passion source forever. And as we know, that's impossible for one person to do. Number four, emotional skills haven't caught up with awareness. People often talk about trauma, attachment style, mental health even, but knowing the terms don't equal having the skills. Many people can label their issues. They can't communicate without defensiveness. They can't stay regulated during conflict, and they can't repair after they've been hurt. And awareness without practice creates frustration. Number five, social media distorts expectations. We compare real relationships to highlight reels, even couples expressing their happiness with one another. Influencer level romance, I know that's kind of a big one for a lot of us younger kids. So when real love feels quiet, repetitive, even unexciting at times, we always assume that something is wrong, right? Just naturally, that's what we do. Number six, people are more independent, which can kind of be a double-edged sword. And this is actually a good thing, especially for women, and especially financially and socially. But it also means that staying is a choice, not a necessity. Tolerance for discomfort is lower, and leaving feels safer and easier. Now relationships must compete with peace, autonomy, and your freedom. Number seven, we are chronically overstimulated and emotionally exhausted. Burnout kills intimacy, stress kills patience, distraction kills presence. Most people aren't bad partners. Most of the time they're just stressed out, maxed out, and overall just not ready for it. Many people aren't bad partners, they're just anxious, tired, and kind of maxed out. And here's the hard truth. Relationships didn't get weaker, life got louder, faster, and just overall more demanding. And intimacy kind of requires the opposite. It requires slowness, attention, and emotional risk. But here's the hopeful part. This generation is also, one, more emotionally aware, less trapped in kind of these toxic dynamics, and we are definitely a lot more intentional about love than we think. And the relationships that do last now, they're often deeper, healthier. They just require a hell of a lot more skill. So kind of just go off along that. I think a lot of stuff in our generation is changing. A lot of things are, getting different for a lot of different people, and it's harder to adapt when things change so rapidly. And even a generation before can't even really help us all that much in this generation, you know what I mean? It's a fast change, it's a big change, and it's nothing that anybody was prepared for. So I don't necessarily blame all society. I think that just in general, we're moving very fast. And I think that kind of pulls a lot of the relatability between family members. We have to all learn our own mistakes. We have to learn how to adjust from them and how to keep going, right? So I'm not sitting here trying to bash love in this generation or even going forward. I think that there's definitely a hope, but I think that one thing that everyone just needs to kind of understand is that you can't spend, your whole time with somebody and expect a different result. Because when you're with people, you see the true sides of them. And I mean, everyone knows, right? You need balance with even people. You can't be around people for too long, otherwise people get mad, feelings get hurt. So sometimes it's just better to just step away from it, right? And this is just one of those things that doesn't get talked about enough in self-improvement. Our generation is a lot different than other ones. So, you know, people who make content that are around my age or in my generation, they understand it, right? You know, to a degree. I think that the reason it's been so difficult on our generation is because obviously we are so distracted at all times. It's hard to peel yourself away from those things, you know, because they're comfortable and you want to keep using said things and you want to be able to express yourself and you want to be able to, you know, travel into wormholes of things, right? It's just the curiosity of the unknown. So we tend to find ourselves getting drawn to that more than working on ourselves and, you know, spending time with ourselves to figure out who we are and why we are the way that we are. Right now, I'm house sitting, so I'm in a different house right now, but vlogs will be coming up here again soon, especially in the summer. There's gonna be a lot of vlogs, so just believe that, but I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out.